Right, let's try that again. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Marvel Card Collectors podcast. And we're live. We're live. That's our first. It's our first live one in this current lineup, I guess. It's fair to say. There have been attempts at live before in the Marvel Card Collectors podcast history. Some went better than others.
I was curious about that.
Yeah, I'll leave that. I'll leave that one hanging. Anyway, with me this week is Wesley.
Heyo.
And Jason.
Hello.
Who dropped in just as the opening credits were happening, so I haven't had a chance to wish you good morning yet. Good morning.
It's quite a morning.
Really? What's going on in your house then?
Oh, nothing. Just I switched internet providers and it was running real smooth, was great this week, and then this morning it's sluggish. So I was like freaking out a little bit. So
okay.
But we're here. It's all good.
And Jake's here. Retroverse.
Awesome.
We have a viewer. Marvelous. First viewer. Wonderful. Josh is going to be here, we think. Hey, Spider Cave. This is where I'm going to forget who's like internet names and who's real names. Which I think Spider Cave is Justin, I want to say, but I'm not sure. I think so. I can't remember now. Not that Justin, different Justin. Anyway, good morning. So what we're going to talk about today, lads, we're going to talk about the elephant that's been kind of stumbling. There we go. Yes, it's Justin from the Black Cat Chat. And bizarrely enough, I think Justin's surname is actually Cat. I think it's actually Cat, which actually makes me laugh. No end.
Don't give all his secrets away.
I know, but it's such a great name for Justin Cat. He's a Black Cat collector. It's like, what are the odds?
Yeah.
I mean, it's spelled differently with a K, kind of like the Knight Rider car, but still. But Justin, thank you for rocking up. I don't know where to start really. I was going to wait. Let's wait till Josh turns up before we open anything. But there's been, as I was just about to say, there's been a massive elephant in the room for the longest time. The license leaving Upper Deck and going to Tops, who are owned by Fanatics. So yeah, I mean that's the best worst kept secret in the hobby, I guess.
Yeah.
So there we go. I don't know. What if I mean we talked about it off the record, but what's your take on it this week, guys? What did you think when it got announced?
I mean, for me, it's I've just kind of been soaking it all in and wondering when be the real time to talk about it. I've seen things like, some of the new sets the new set that came out, and there's some cool stuff to it, and maybe there's some stuff that's some better stuff could show up later. I don't know how I feel. I also heard I was actually listening to a previous podcast of the Marvel Card Collectors podcast, and there was talk about how when Top took over Marvel Galaxy, and one of the things that was noticed was that they had taken the names of the artists off the front of the cards.
Yes.
So I don't know. I just kind of, I guess, more or less waiting and soaking it in to see what what comes next. The whole I won a card in a break last week that was an Iron Man card signed by Iron Man, and that to me is weird. I mean,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I genuinely don't get it. I mean, I know you had those things in the 90s, those promotional cards where, shopping malls and things like that, where someone dressed as Spider-Man would turn up and they'd sign it as Spider-Man.
Right.
That's kind of a different vibe. This is pack inserted things, which are quite limited. By the way, I'm just going to pause there. Josh, good morning.
Gentlemen, how are we?
Hey.
We started without you because we told everyone else we were starting at 9 a.m. EST. So we've started, but welcome anyway. So I'm not being funny. If I opened a pack and that was the biggest hit, if I opened a box rather, and that was the biggest hit, I'd be like, mother. It's just, it's on the totemic teams level for me. And I know that's probably harsh criticism, but am I wrong?
I mean, they're goofy, but I mean, the one that Wesley, pulled in his break, the Iron Man. I mean, it looks cool. I mean, and it's serial numbered. I mean, if I pulled a Spidey, I mean, I'd put it in that case over there. It'd be a conversation starter. It's not like, I mean, they're fun, but they are. I mean, I agree, they are kind of silly, but I'm kind of indifferent to it.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I've not watched any breaks of it because I don't genuinely have time to watch many breaks. But I've kind of, I've seen them posted in a couple of groups, and I've seen them on eBay. And I don't know. I mean, as I said to someone on a message yesterday, because I'm not a set collector anymore, I kind of look at it in terms of, okay, what elements to Topps Chrome do I like? And I like the comic cover cards, because they have those giant size box toppers, which are 5x7, like MMXL size. And they look really cool, but I think they look really cool because they're 70s bronze giant size issue covers. You can't really go wrong with that.
Yeah.
And there's regular size versions of those as well. So once all the fuss dies down, I'll probably pick up some of those because I collect comic cover cards. But I'm not massively keen on the Black Cat image that's in it. And it just, I don't know, the design just doesn't really sing to me. I don't know. Josh, have you seen any of them so far, the Topps Chrome?
Yeah, I've had a quick look. It's it's different. I like the art.
Oh, it's different.
It definitely has the Topps, if this makes any sense, a Topps feel to it. Where the way that they have their cards present is a little bit different. Yeah. But they're clean. I like some of the parallels. But I need to get my hands on some. I haven't. I've just watched a couple breaks and seen a couple of people's hits. It's gonna take a little bit to get used to.
Yeah,
so definitely a different card layout.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's a little bit Pepsi and Coke, I guess, in that regard, because some people, especially if you also collect Star Wars, you'll be familiar with the way Topps do their products. So obviously, Upper Deck have their Fleer brand. They have Annual as a thing. They have Masterpieces as the thing. Whereas Topps have, obviously, they've got Finest, Masterworks. Do you see what I mean? And it's only a matter of time before those get applied to Marvel. But they'll still be what they are. They'll still look like a Topps brand, if that makes sense. But it's interesting. In the press release, actually, speaking to that point, the first set they've announced in Q1 2025 is Topps Finest X-Men 97.
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw that. Yeah.
That's not a bad. That's kind of an interesting. I've seen enough Star Wars Finest to know that if they apply that to X-Men 97, as we spoke about very recently when we spoke to the guys at Upper Deck about their previous set, that could be a sweet spot.
Absolutely.
So I'm hesitant to judge the new kind of era, if you like, on the base of Topps Chrome.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
I think it's and yeah. I mean, as Jake nailed on the head, X-Men '97 is at the moment.
It's awesome.
It's a safe bet, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's what people want.
It absolutely is. It is.
Now, is Finest for as far as for Star Wars, because this first set has a big time Star Wars feel to it for the Topps. Is Finest the best Star Wars set? I don't. What's the highest end of the top Star Wars?
Oh, now you're asking me. I the short answer is I don't know. I have a feeling it's Masterwork is the top end.
Okay.
But I tell you who'd be good. I don't know if he's on. But Greg, Rebel Base Card, would know that. Yeah,
I know if you get those boxes, I think you get like 5 cards or something, and 2 of them are autos. Or I do know those are probably a little more on the top end. I was just gonna say, one of the things that made me like feel a little sad, was like when just now getting into some of these inserts that like the platinum or the medallions and some of the PMGs, some of this other natural or some of this other like art that we might not see in some of these newer sets. But I guess if the 97 Topps Finest gives me a little hope, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, the interesting thing about this, I mean, let's Jake, to answer your question, did you get any tops? I didn't because of Oasis. So for those who don't know, a 90s pop rock group's probably more accurate, Jake. Oasis announced they're reforming. So Jake clearly decided to spend all his money on that. I didn't get any Topps Chrome. I was lucky enough to get a couple of boxes, but I got them for someone else. Because I knew I wasn't going to be buying any, so I used my entry thing to get that.
I think you made a good choice. I'd have gone to see Oasis too.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Jake,
man.
Did you get the tickets? This is the question. He'll answer in a moment, I'm sure. Did Upper Deck make platinum because the new Chrome would be due? Tinfoil hat prediction. Well, I don't know.
That's interesting.
I don't think they did, because I think the artwork and the planning on that, because Grant was talking about that.
Yeah, I think
almost a year before it came out.
Right. I think I remember in one of the podcasts he said it was 2 or 3 years in planning.
Yeah, exactly. We have a new listener who's just said, this is our first time I found you, Matthias, I think that's how you pronounce it. Who says to Jake, they have a platinum set for hockey previously. Not sure why it was the first Marvel set. I don't know why they chose Chrome Marvel. It could be, and here's the thing. So if looking at the press release here. Now, I did have the New York Times version up, but New York Times wants me to sign up and like give them my email and all that sort of stuff. So I only got to read it for like 30 seconds and it went. So I'm now looking at License Global, the licensing industry's thought leader, which I'm sure is mailed to you all regularly, and it's a firm coffee table favorite in everyone's house. So Topps has announced a major expansion of its deal with Disney Consumer Products to include global Disney, Pixar, and Marvel trading card rights. Now, the interesting thing about that is global. So Panini had the UK and Europe trading cards thing, which is why Upper Deck stuff couldn't be sold in Europe. Okay. I think the Panini license for Marvel ended in Europe before the Upper Deck one ends, because the Upper Deck one ends at the end of this year for America. So I think that's why Topps Chrome came out in Europe first, because Panini's already off the table.
Right.
Does that make sense? So I think I think that's likely it. But as Justin said, from what I've seen, platinum. People have been eating platinum up.
Oh yeah.
Platinum's got all that original art as well.
Right.
And there is an Upper Deck feel. We've gotten very used to the Upper Deck feel of things. I'm wondering. Listen, like I said, I don't want to judge tops based on just chrome alone. And chrome alone, well, a little boy gets trapped in a box of trading cards and has to find his way out. So that's tickled me. That has. I don't want to judge it based on that, and hopefully we'll be able to include and speak to the people at Fanatics and Tops in the coming months and years. So I don't want to exactly crap on their doorstep.
Like you say, when they get a chance to do like their masterworks and stuff like that, we'll get a better chance, better idea of, I think, really where it's going to lay out.
Pete has asked TC Wallets and more. Do you think they took Asia as well? Yeah, it's global. Oh, wow. It's global, my friend, according to this. But again, if we think about the fact that Tops effectively, they get the ball in America on the 1st of January 2025. Mm-hmm. They've clearly already got the ball for Europe. So what that means for things like Finding Unicorn, I don't know, because the license periods don't all start and stop in the agreements. So Finding Unicorn could be a different point. And the other thing is that the press release doesn't say is whether it's TCG as well.
Oh,
because TCG is a separate thing. So it could be that Weiss Schwartz carry on.
Right.
From the Asian side of the fence. But the Finding Unicorn, which were much more trading card sets as opposed to TCG, it could well be that's a period that's finished. Which is a shame because they were gorgeous.
they're the Finding Unicorn. I don't have any, but what I've seen, they're really pretty. Yeah.
I mean, I've just got the black cap from ones from this most recent release because a lot of them have been MCU focused, and they've had some pretty bonkers autos as well.
Isn't Magic doing a collab here with Marvel sometime this year?
Yes,
they are.
Yeah,
they are. It was announced. I don't know when it's happening exactly, but I think that's possibly slightly different. In the same way that there's currently a Marvel thing going on with Whatnot, but it's comics. I don't know if have you seen this?
Yes, yeah. The X-Men '97 comic packs.
So they're basically like a massive foil pack that you get trading cards in, and it's got 3 X-Men '97 comics, which will be one of, I think, 16 different variants. But they're exclusive to Whatnot breakers.
What?
And and some of them look absolutely nuts. I mean, there's one. There's a little promo video where someone, who I imagine is someone from the Whatnot side of things, I didn't recognize who he was. So it's clearly a Marvel and Whatnot co-pro going on. So hats off to Whatnot for landing that one. But one of the covers I saw was like a gold. It was really it felt 90s.
Yeah.
And it's X-Men '97, and it was like a gold foil cover, and it looked the absolute nuts. And I think it's limited to 100 copies or something like that.
Yeah, the gold is the top tier parallel variant. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And there's the packs are different too. They have different images, and the packs themselves, the foil packs, look really nice too.
Yeah. But again, as we had with the MMXL ones, those foil packs, I mean, they're so big you could strap them to a mast and sail with them. So anyway. But I think it's interesting. I also think it's interesting that Upper Deck have made no public announcement at all. I mean, I guess why would you? I mean, why would you go out and put something out and says, "Oh, yeah, we've lost the license"?
Yeah, and remember, I think Ian, you said a while ago, the verbiage on the licensing is important because whether it's TCG, whether it's comic book related promo, whether it's all these different things that they're allowed to do and not do based on the verbiage, and so there might be some stuff they're trying not to make an announcement like that to try not to take any steam out of future projects they still might have in the works,
right?
Things that had been in production while this stuff deals were being struck and ironed out.
They did have an announcement. I believe there was an EPAC announcement.
That's what I'm just about to pull up
Okay.
on my screen. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the wording of that was very interesting. If I can find it. Oh, Gmail, what are you doing? Anyway, while I scrabble around for that, yeah, I thought that was very interesting. The wording. I mean, obviously the day the news dropped, which was help me out. Was it Wednesday or Thursday this week? It was Thursday. Yes. No, hang on. Where are we? So we're 15th of September at the moment. I've got no idea what day it is. Yeah, I think it was Thursday, because you wouldn't have announced it on September the 11th, basically, which is perfectly fair to say. So let me just scroll down my email. So the email that I got from Upper Deck, apart from yeah, and here's the other thing, and straight away Upper Deck dropped Fleer Ultra Wolverine.
Yeah.
Onto EPAC. Here we go. So on September the 12th, an email went out from Upper Deck EPAC that said Marvel and Disney EPAC collectible notice. Notice the use of the word collectible. I find that very interesting there. When it read, the Upper Deck EPAC team would like to provide an update involving your collectibles after the conclusion of the collaboration. That's wonderful phrasing, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Rest assured that you will still be able to engage with your existing Marvel and Disney collection, as well as any other EPAC collectors' Marvel and Disney items that can be found on EPAC in the following ways. Store your Marvel and Disney items on Upper Deck EPAC for as long as you'd like. So basically, you can leave your cards on there. Ship Marvel and Disney items physically. Transfer applicable physical Marvel and Disney items to a linked COMPSI account. Complete achievements for and involving Marvel and Disney items. Combine multiple copies of Marvel and Disney trading cards to earn EPAC exclusive parallels. Trade. I've run out of fingers. Trade Marvel and Disney items for anything found on the EPAC marketplace. What's missing from that list?
Buy.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I mean, I'm sure in the fullness of time it will come out. But if stuff's not sold out by 31st of December 2024, does it just disappear from the EPAC store?
That's a great
Which
question.
might explain all the sales they're having.
Yeah.
Because
I don't
again,
know,
based off the way that the it was phrased and the verbiage goes, we don't know if they're going to be allowed to sell existing. So they might not be able to move any of that after that date.
So I mean, what do you do with that? I mean, let's just say, for the sake of argument, Platinum's not sold out by then. Although if they have a sale on Platinum, you can bet it's going to be a feeding frenzy of the highest order.
Oh, absolutely.
Can you imagine? Say they have, I don't know, 10,000 boxes worth of Platinum left at the end of this. I'm just picking that number out of my head. I don't know what the print run of Platinum is. Obviously, a lot of that's digital, but maybe 2,000 boxes of that is physical cards. Yeah, let's just assume. Yeah, 20%, 30%, whatever. What happens to it? Do they, at some point down the road, do a Walmart mystery box like they did a few years ago? Does it get repacked in some way and put out for retail? I mean, who knows?
Does it go in that spot where all the ET Atari stuff you talked about?
Yeah, or does it get buried in a massive hole in the desert? Yeah.
Wow.
You would think they'd allow them to sell it. They'd set the deal up because who benefits from it sitting somewhere in one of these crypts?
Yeah.
Nobody really. The cards are great. So I think both parties at hand, if they were smart, just allow them to sell out the rest of, what they had in the production line. It'll get absorbed into, it'll sell. It doesn't make sense.
So I don't know. I just find it odd that it doesn't say buy. I mean, obviously they can't release anything new.
There's a reason for that.
It's interesting. That won't be
Hopefully
the first time.
Buy on future products and not not the existing.
Right.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know what to make of it really. I mean, I won't lie. I am sad in a way because I think Upper Deck Upper Deck do make excellent cards. I know we've all got gripes with the way they do certain things, and some sets have had issues and yada yada yada. But to an earlier point that one of you said about medallions and palladiums or whatever it was you said,
PMGs.
where's the PMGs? It kind of feels as much as it's been overwhelming, the rush of product, and I think we know why. It kind of feels like they were kind of starting to hit their stride in terms of a next chapter of aligning stuff. So you knew with a Fleer Ultra project, you were going to get this. PMGs had very much become part of the Metal Universe line. You knew you were going to get Ultra abilities and all those types of things had started to become part of Fleer Ultra line. And, you had certain types of card that you could expect in those different kind of verticals that they released. And Annual just feels like it's, they've tried a few different things with Annual, and it just feels like that's their kind of experimentation pot a little bit.
Yeah.
Try stuff out. I don't know. It just felt like they probably had, a good bit of life left in them.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. And I got the feeling that Platinum, and I don't want to put words in Upper Deck's mouth, but I mean, I feel like Platinum was that was going to be a new series, like that, in another couple 3 years or something, we'd have a new Platinum
2. Yeah, exactly. And in the same way we had Anime 2. Sorry, I've just put a comment on screen that's completely obliterated Jason's face. We can just see his cap.
I need to get
peering over it like this. There we go.
I need to get a phone book to sit on.
From Matthias, Upper Deck last Disney release was summer of 2020. Mickey Mouse. That's interesting, actually. They haven't really released much in the way of Disney stuff. That can still be bought currently on the website. So I assume Marvel will still be sold until it sells out.
Yeah, it should be.
If we take that as a precedent. So that's interesting. So it could just be someone forgot to put it in that email. Who knows?
Yeah.
It could have just been someone, someone's gone, oh, you stupid bugger, you forgot to put that in the email. They're going to be talking about that for weeks now.
Have you guys opened any of the Disney stuff, like the Lion King product or the Mickey Mouse collectible set on there?
Yeah.
It is fantastic.
Yeah, I've opened some Mickey Mouse. It was on sale last week, and they're pretty nice cards.
They are.
I mean, they're fun to open. It's not like I'm going to chase a big set, but they have some fun inserts, like the medallions and the film cells, and people really like the comic cuts because those are from an older generation of stuff. And there's still people actively going after those achievements on ePack for it.
Yeah.
Wow,
but,
really?
Yeah.
But like Ian said, it had the Upper Deck feel. It had the cards were clean. Some really nice parallels. The comic cuts, like you say, were great. And as far as I was impressed by both of them. I bought them for gifts for my wife, and it just getting the cards in hand once they came in from COMC, they were fantastic. All of them were in great shape. And it not being my character content or what, I still looked at these and said, okay, I can understand what they're doing here is nice. Yeah. It's a decent set.
And I know people were after on ePack for a while, the princess cards.
Yes.
Because I think there was some ones that had like some gems or jewels or something.
I think they did like the lab created diamond thing.
Yeah, and I did buy some off of ComC for my niece because she likes Disney princesses. I bought like an insert set, and she liked them, and they were nice cards. They're not for me, but they were nice.
Yeah.
What you mean? You don't have a Disney princess's duvet?
You didn't.
You don't have like Disney princess pillows and things like that.
Yeah, I mean,
didn't go for that rainbow.
Just Ariel. But
can I just say something funny? Wesley, sorry, this made me laugh. Obviously, still relatively new to the whole. This chair's falling apart. I'm still relatively new to the whole StreamYard thing compared to some of the professionals out there. And Wesley just sent me a link in the private chat to the Fanatics website press releases thing. The link is so long, I tried to put it in the comments so that people can click on it. And it's gone over 2 comments. So, sorry, folks. Wesley, find me a shorter link next time. You can't get the staff these days, can you? Sorry, that's made me laugh. I didn't think it would do that. I thought you'd just reject it rather than spread a hyperlink over 2 comments. It just looks really silly. Anyway, so who knows? Who knows? Let's just think. So Fleer Ultra Wolverine, obviously, it's like, okay, that news is going to come out, and we're going to give you this, and that's a really swift turnaround because that only came out 6 weeks ago physically, if that, maybe 7-8 weeks.
It's fast, that's for sure.
It was quick, yeah. So that's out. So let's think what there is to come. I mean, on that note, obviously on the MCU and Disney Plus releases, I think there has been a certain pattern to those, and they've become a little bit less inspired. Hey, Amanda's awake on the West Coast. Oh my God, Amanda! It's like 6:30 a.m. or something stupid like that for you, at least.
It's early. Good morning.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's early. That's commitment for you. So some of those MCU releases have become a little bit just kind of formulaic, I guess. There are elements to them that you like, but I think it depends how much of a fan you are of those. I really like the Hawkeye set, but that's because I really like the Hawkeye show. Amanda loves that one as well. But I'm waiting for a spicy comment to come on. But For Love and Thunder, I only opened the one box of it. I thought was a pretty average experience.
It had a goat card, right?
Well, yeah, you got the goat cards. So you want a card. You want a PSA 10 of the goat. You really can actually do that now without any subjectivity over who the goat actually is, because there's not one. There's
It's too early for slander.
Amanda, get some coffee in you, and then we'll rip your. No, we won't really. Thank you for getting up early. I really appreciate it. They've got Loki, hasn't come out yet.
Yeah, that one's surprising because that's been out for a while.
Yeah, I think that might have been tail end last year.
Yes,
they've got Hawkeye's yet to come out on EPAC. There's another She-Hulk and Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah,
and apparently
Wakanda Forever.
Oh, is that not an EPAC yet? No, of course. You'd have known that because you'd have heard me shouting my usual customary refrain across the land whenever I opened a pack that contained a certain Submariner. But what else? They've got Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 physical slated.
And that's supposed to have a box, I believe.
Yeah, so and this is it. And there's also been talk of a very loaded product with Disney Plus autos in. So I think they've got stickers to use because they're all sticker autos. So, they might as well get them out there. So the market could be about to get flooded with some pretty tasty autos.
What Disney Plus?
All of them.
Okay.
I think all of them. I think it's got, I can't remember off the top of my head. Maybe one of you can find it, but that was announced about 6 weeks ago. Yeah, that's an interesting one, Jake. I wonder if they do a Marvel Signature Series. Possibly. Tops, that is. You see, put it in a separate comment. It's not me with my URL. Yeah, they could do, Jake. I don't know. I imagine there'll be stickers because Topps usually do stickers. And are we getting a Deadpool and Wolverine set? Who knows? It'll certainly not be Upper Deck.
Right.
Yeah, because usually the way it's been going is it's been at least a year, if not more, between film release and set release on this stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
But I thought it was interesting. They didn't do. You remember they did that weekly product so that when the movies came out, so they did one for the Marvels.
Yeah.
They did one for Thor: Love and Thunder. They did one for Guardians 3, where you could get those that short release. So there were at least something out at the time the movie came out. It's just occurred to me right now that they didn't do one of those for Deadpool and Wolverine, which would have been which would have been a nice little earner for them. But
is it? But I know Disney owns Fox now.
Yep.
Fox Studios, but there hasn't been a card set for. I mean, what was the last X-Men card set? Wolverine
X-Men
Origins?
Last Stand, and then Origins.
So there hasn't been a card set. We didn't get First Class.
First Class. No. Days of Future Past.
No Deadpool.
Apocalypse. Although that's probably not the worst thing in the world, because that was a terrible movie.
Oh God.
There wasn't one. Yeah, let's not talk.
let's
not go back there.
Dark Phoenix said, "Hold my beer" on that one.
I think I've watched that and scrubbed it from my memory.
Yeah. And characters as big as Apocalypse deserve due diligence and a little bit more. I appreciate their effort, but if it's an Apocalypse level,
at least we got Olivia Munn playing Psylocke.
Yes,
highlight of the film.
I'll leave that. But so I'm just thinking, on the comic art side, we've got a Marvel annual slated to come out later this month, which will be their last one.
Sad.
I think it's unlikely that will hit. I mean, maybe it will hit EPAC. You got to kind of think about how long the sales window is. If it's going to hit EPAC and have time for pack walls and all the sort of stuff that Marvel Annual does, how much stuff can you squeeze in? I think you'll be surprised how much they can squeeze in.
Yeah.
Because the other thing that occurs to me, it's not been solicited, but all of those like little weekly ones they did for the movie and the Disney Plus, mainly the movie properties, there's been a retail set to follow it. So we had Wakanda Forever as a weekly set. There's now been a full hobby release.
Mm-hmm.
Guardians of the Galaxy is getting its full hobby release. Thor: Love and Thunder has had its full hobby release, not APAC yet. The Marvels. I'd be a real shame if that doesn't get a full hobby release, because I know a lot of people are kind of like, but it was a fun film.
Yeah,
it was okay.
I liked it.
Your cat's floating around in space to Andrew Lloyd Webber songs. What's not to love?
But remember the Captain Marvel movie? That set was jammed into Endgame.
Yeah, interesting. So I don't know. Who knows? I think there's a few surprises up the sleeves.
Yeah.
Over in Carlsbad, I think they've got a few things that we're not expecting. The current scuttlebutt seems to be that Masterpieces will land, but it'll be kind of towards the end of their tenure.
Yeah, it'll be probably.
So it's like it absolutely goes nuts.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the rub. If they were being really cruel, do you remember back in the day? Before you were born, mostly this is, but the rest of you will remember this because you're all old. Back in the day when Marvel Weekly came out, you had to have another product in your cart, another Marvel product, to be able to check out with Marvel Weekly.
Yeah.
If they did that with Masterpieces, they'd sell everything else out.
You probably gave somebody an idea.
That'd be really cool. I've probably just given their EPAC team some ideas.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You can have that one for free, lads.
What are we thinking? So, it'll last 2 days this time?
Well, there's more product. There's more product, and it will be high priced. But the Masterpieces 2022 stands, they're going to be all over it like a tramp on chips. So,
oh yeah,
the last one was 4 days. I mean, add to the fact that Jake, as always, summing it up in 4 words. In fact, you can take out the word "may." Masterpieces may be brutal, and just change it to be Masterpieces be brutal. Why did I just do that? Do that?
It's going to be a bloodbath.
It is going to be a bloodbath.
It is.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be. But Jake, I was being polite. So Jake, you're never polite. You're never polite. Don't hold back on our account. So anyway, yeah, I think the last one lasted 4 and a bit days. I did work it out once. It's on a past episode in another live.
Yeah, you can follow from 2016 back, and it literally cuts almost in half each time.
Yeah.
2 weeks to the net, 2018 a week, and then down and down. And so, I mean, just
bonkers.
Everybody keep your eyes out, because you don't want to miss out.
Yeah, it's gonna be Amanda, have you just been biding your time? You've been you're like one of those villains that bides your time for ages, and then just at the end leaps out and rips their disguise off and goes, "Aha! It was me all along." But yeah,
hey, I'm looking forward to DC actually getting some love and getting on, being a little more pronounced. The cryptozoic stuff is nice, but it doesn't seem to like it. People don't seem to know as much about it. So I'm happy that Upper Deck is going to be able to do some things with DC.
Yeah, a DC masterpieces.
Yeah, as Patrick says, PJ Ryan is in the house.
Hey, PJ.
I mean, listen, you can probably hear all about that on the DC Card Collectors podcast at some point down the future. I can't remember who it was. I woke this morning bleary-eyed, staring at my phone, to two things: a message from Wesley saying, "Are you still awake?" that was sent at like midnight my time. So the answer to that is no, Wesley. I am kind of awake now. And the other one was, should we talk about DC stuff on the podcast and like kind of include that? I can't remember. That might be you, Jason. Yeah. So we'll probably touch on it a little bit, but I've got to be honest with you. I don't know. I don't know is the honest answer. I'll see what they come out with. If it's so good that it makes me want to talk about it on the podcast, that's fine. But I've always been a Marvel guy.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Right.
It's just it's just.
But Ian, what you said about Upper Deck and how I think how great we've had it for the last X amount of time, and getting used to what they've been doing and at what high quality. I think we'll be able to talk a little bit about a few of these, because it's going to be the transition. We're kind of seeing what Upper Deck is doing with this new IP, and I feel like we are kind of tied to Upper Deck. I
mean, if I don't get my twice yearly dose of Grant coming on and just granting us for a while, then but quite frankly, life isn't worth living.
The way they've been doing things, we've kind of fallen in love with. And it's been fantastic. So I am kind of curious to see what a masterpiece DC kind of thing looks like, and a few others. But yeah, we're gonna follow our our Marvel banner. There's no doubt.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying we switch to DC. I just think that, there'll be some. I think some of these DC sets. I mean, they've got a Batman Metal, an annual. I think a Fleer Ultra probably do. I think a Masterpieces. I mean, I think some of those will be interesting. Kind of compare.
Oh, absolutely.
See if there's a difference between how Marvel did it. But
I want a cool Batmobile card.
I'll tell you what, I was eyeing
parallel, like holofoil Batmobile.
I've been eyeing up some of the 90s holograms on eBay UK, because they're plentiful, and there's a whole load of Batman Forever ones. I mean, there's loads in that set. There's a chase set of, I think it's like 30, maybe 36 holograms from Batman Forever. And I keep eyeing them up, thinking, ooh. Because they're really cheap, they're really affordable. But I tell you, I guess the way to think about it is when you split up with someone, and then you start dating someone new, to use the American parlance, and you can read into what the word dating includes as much as you like, but it'd be like they're doing the same things, but in different ways. Upper Deck never did it like that. And hello, Tops, and vice versa. And then there'll be other people. I saw someone did a wonderful, that Wolverine thing where he's lying on the bed looking at the picture. Someone did one of those with him looking at the Upper Deck logo. I just laughed out loud for quite a while. It did just make me laugh. So listen, I think the good thing is if you, as a collector, say, you know what, I'm going to take a little pause and just reassess, because I certainly am. I'm probably going to radically chill out, and in fact maybe stop on Cap for a bit because I'm just spending too much. Well, it's been too much this year, and that's the other thing. The rush of Upper Deck products. I don't know about you. I'm absolutely exhausted.
Oh yeah,
financially as well as I haven't got time to appreciate it all.
You and Wes have had a year with Black Cat. There's been a lot more than your norm. So normally
and
you can DC that character and be
but feel for the Cap collectors, feel for the Spidey collectors, Wolverine collectors. I mean, Greg, who collects a lot of the Marvel monsters like Ghost Rider and all that, he had a whole set, so he's going to be deep in that for the next. We're not going to see it for the next few years. He's going to be in that. So I think it would be nice to just have a bit of a, and I think a lot of people will take the pause.
Sure.
And say, you know what, I'm just going to use this time to catch up on the sets that I couldn't pay attention to in the last 18 months. And I think that's fine because Topps will be speaking to a different audience in many ways. There's obviously all of us here and all the people who listen who very much focused on Marvel cards, but Topps will now be able to speak to their Star Wars audience and to their soccer audience and to the to the other licenses they hold, and they obviously have a different way of distributing cards. They don't have an e-pack, but they have all those retail avenues sewn up.
Yeah,
more so than right.
Topps, the Topps more. If they stick to the blaster route, Topps blasters are a little bit built a little bit differently than the Upper Deck blasters,
and they have different types for different types of stores. You can get also. I mean, you can get. I remember I went into a store, a Target. I think last time before I went was in America, and you had the tiny little packs that maybe had 4 or 5 packs in. Then you had like a booster. Then you had the actual hobby box as it was. I don't know. There were so many different formats, and some of them had different parallels in as well. So, they're much more established on that front.
Yeah. I mean, I've pulled the autos out of Topps blasters. I've pulled numbered 25 out of Topps blasters because they kind of have it across all the products in that line.
So I don't know.
Do they have does Topps? I hate to go back to this insert thing again, but does Topps have some cool inserts?
Pass on that one.
Yeah,
I'm not so familiar with it. This is where we need Greg. Star Wars Greg.
I'm going to call that maybe.
From my experiences, they've got. I had some Star Wars stuff way back in the day. On the insert level, I don't. Again, I'd probably have to pass too. I've seen some nice ones, but I don't think there is as many and as wide of a spectrum as what we've seen from Upper Deck. I haven't seen acetate. Like clear achievement cards and things like that on their end. Some really nice hollows on Star Wars.
Yeah, I had some 2018 Star Wars Galaxy I got into pretty heavy. And the inserts and chase sets were nice. A lot of kind of foily, chromy looking.
I was just going to say chromed
inserts. It wasn't a whole chrome set, but some of the inserts were chrome, patch cards, and they're pretty nice. I know for a while the parallels were really just the Topps logo was a different color, but then as far as some of the chrome sets, you have your refractors and Topps chrome, your refractors. So
there you go.
Cool.
Yeah. So PJ's got Matthias asks a very interesting question. So I'll let you guys field this in terms of American kind of outlets, but I know that you've seen them in Walmart and Target.
I've seen them at Walmart and Target, and I've seen them at Barnes and Noble. So and it seems like Topps has a little bit more of a presence.
Retail, absolutely.
Than even Upper Deck or Panini does.
Oh, hang on. Brace yourselves, folks. Brace yourselves. Jake McManus has entered the podcast.
Hey.
There he is. Retroverse. How are you, Jake?
I'm sat in my pajamas.
Fair enough. I'm still sat in my running gear from this morning, so it's quite good that this podcast isn't in smell-o-vision.
So we've both been working hard then, if you know what I mean, Ian.
Working hard or hardly working, Jake?
Or working up a sweat.
I'm working up a sweat now that you're on the podcast because, quite frankly, anything could now happen.
I'm gonna take my jumper off and I'm gonna be really polite and not swear as well. I'll be good.
Okay.
I promise. I'll be good.
All right.
I'll be good.
All right. Be a good boy. Pete, TC Wallet says Target now has a card section at the toys with a ton of Topps cards. And that's the thing. Upper Deck are a fairly recent kind of entry on the retail side of things.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they've done little bits over the years, but Topps have had that relationship established for like decades.
Yeah.
Literally. So,
yeah, they've got so much experience in the sports card realm that these do have that feel. These do have that Topps sports card feel to them. In the beginning, I think there's a chance. Again, we're going to see with some of the other different sets, but right now this felt like Topps sports.
And I tell you the other fun thing that Topps have done a lot, especially with The Mandalorian. When The Mandalorian started, they do episode. Like, you could get little mini sets for episodes. So I think it was kind of, I think you got maybe 9 episodes for chapter 1. And you could only buy them in that week after the episode had aired until the second episode aired. So it was literally, I think they printed however many people ordered.
Print on demand.
Yeah, exactly.
They do the print on demand. Should show you something. One sec, stay there.
Okay, all right. I've got no idea what Jake is about to pull out.
No, it's not what you think.
Oh right, hang on. Well, let's give him some spotlight.
Which to the widescreen.
What we got here?
You see that?
Yeah.
So that was printed on demand. I mean, that's an out of 10, but look at the quality.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a thick. That's a Roy Keane top soccer card.
And that looks like what 100 PT. It's thick.
Yeah. By Archie's Dub is the artist. So they chose 22 different artists, and they all did different soccer players. So imagine if they do that for Marvel,
Yeah,
absolutely.
That'd be huge. Yeah.
But especially if they did it, as episodes were aired on Disney Plus, for example.
Yeah, and what they did with that, they released 5 different cards every week, and they were printed on demand, and you could get a 1 of 1, an out of 10, a 25, maybe 1.99. They were only about, I want to say about $20, $18 to $20. And again, just printed on demand. And then after every week, there's information, so you know which player.
Yeah.
Roy Keane, there may have been 1,000 printed. Messi, I think there was about 2,000 printed. So you know exactly what was printed as well.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's really
Topps
nice.
do really cool stuff like that, and I would expect that format. I'm quite excited for Topps, to be honest with you. Just something
what was the name of that one again?
Project 22. I think they do it for baseball and hockey as well.
I think, when I first got into the hobby, I got a Griffey card like that.
Yeah. It isn't just soccer.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
And then there's the signature series that I was on about before. Like the Star Wars boxes, with just one autograph.
Yeah, just one autograph in like a mag. Yeah, one touch.
Yeah, I've got one up there. It's just a box, and it was about $100. I've never opened it. I just like having it. If it goes up, I'll sell it. I'm not going to open it because what happens is you get droid number 2 from the back of the canteen who was cleaning the toilet floor. Who was just behind the nurse.
No, I mean,
so
for me,
you know what I mean?
For me, there was a nurse in Star Wars. But for me,
Star Wars, Ian.
The bit that I'm sure. For me, there is a I can't do animated Star Wars. I just don't. Just doesn't float my boat. No. So if I got one of those and I got a character that had been in an actor that had voiced one of the animated characters, I'd be pretty cheesed off. I won't lie to you. But I did buy one of those Star Wars Signature Series boxes, but it had been opened. Actually, no. Let me back up. I bought an autograph, and it was Greg Grunberg, who played Snap Wexley Force Awakens. So, he's there in his stuff. He's always in JJ's things. But PJ, I can't read you on my phone and do this at the same time. So PJ's now messaging me. It's like, I can't drive two things at once. So I bought that off someone. It was like $10 and they threw in the box because it's quite cool. So I just keep that in the Star Wars Signature Series box. And it's the only Star Wars autograph I own. But at least it's from a live action thing of an actor that I recognise from other things. So, yeah, don't know. They could do all sorts of stuff with it.
I think they will do some really cool stuff. And then, like you say, you might get like the Tops Live and the Tops Now, maybe, which come out, like I said, in the last for a week. And anybody can get them. And do you know what the real good thing is? Not that I can buy hobby boxes, but no more David Adams prices going up and down and up and down. You can put your emails in, take chances. If you want to buy off eBay for an inflated price, that's up to you. But you're not forced and feeling as though like, oh, I'm going to have to give this shop X amount of dollars or pounds.
Yeah.
Much better.
Yeah, with their lottery system.
Yeah. Even though I failed, so I tell you why I failed. To get.
I want to hear. So this is the Oasis tickets thing, yeah.
Yeah. So what happened? I saw the release on Friday, and I thought I've entered the EQL before and won soccer boxes and sold them the same week for double the money because I'm not bothered. Just entered and won it and sold them. So I thought, right, this I'm going to go all out. I'm going to get 10 different email addresses, all my family and friends. And this is what I said to them on Friday. So I'm on the phone to people and they're all like, yeah. I said, if it goes through, I'll pay, you've got to put your card on, but if it goes through, I'll pay the money now. I'm rubbing my hands. I thought I'm going to get at least 10 boxes out of this. I must do easy. Put mine in. Had to work late Friday night. Woke up Saturday morning. Every man, his dog, his rabbit, grandma, niece, everybody is trying to get Oasis tickets. So I'm ringing everybody. Nobody's answering the bloody phones, are they? So as a consequence, nobody put in for me on the lottery for the Marvel boxes. But the good news is, 5 hours later, for the £150 tickets, Andrea got through to the Oasis hotline, but the tickets went to £350. So I ended up with no Oasis tickets and no Marvel boxes.
And let that be a lesson to your children. On next week's episode of the Marvel, your Uncle Jake will be here to deliver a parable about the perils of flipping. Wow. Okay, so you got nothing. Well, Jake,
it's all right. It's fine.
Maybe the universe is trying to tell you something there. Marvel or Oasis?
Marvel.
One of the two. You can't try and please both mistresses at the same time.
I'm choosing Marvel. I grew up with Oasis. They lived around the corner from me. I was there. I've been watching them. I've got all the CDs. I've done that.
Yeah,
I'm quite happy with Marvel.
Good. Well,
Nice.
Marvel's very happy with you, and Tops have even got a special space on their website for you for the next release. Should we swerve gears? Because I understand that some of my American brethren on this episode have boxes of Upper Deck Marvel Avengers Metal Universe to open.
Ooh,
nice. Yeah.
Yes.
Who wants now? I've unfortunately not got a box of these as yet, so I can't do any, which I'm sure you'll all be pleased with, because then you'll get the next 2 hours back. But Jason, I think you've got blasters. Wesley, I think you've got a hobby. And Josh has already opened his because he got his boxes and had a few beers and was like, "Well, hey!"
Oh yeah.
So,
good man.
So while who wants to go first out of you two, Jason or Wesley?
Yeah, Jason, why don't you go first? You want to go first, or can?
Well, yeah. I mean, I've got to get my phone set up to do that.
Well, I'll tell you what, Wesley. I know you're ready because so let's do Wesley. Yeah. And while Wesley's getting ready, Josh, can you tell everyone here, the brethren are sorted, what your thoughts were, I guess,
as far as for Avengers Metal. It was, so I've always liked the Avengers Metal, or metal brand. I was Spider-Man Metal was great. Some sort of there were issues with certain people's boxes, quality control and things. This one was better. This one was better than Spider-Man Metal. The quality, the artwork was great. Same parallels for the most part.
Yep.
I know Wes loves the medallions. The medallions have increased in the amount of inserts for the medallions.
Yeah.
And it's sharp with the PMGs, obviously, having the retro version and then your regular, just an awesome set. It's been fun. The one and I would say on my box I hit 3 PMGs,
Wow.
a couple pinks, a couple purples, ruby medallions. It was a heavy box.
I'm hearing they're generally quite well loaded.
Yeah, I had one box. I had one box that had a green, a red, and a blue PMG in the one box.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of speculation.
Breaks, yeah.
There's a lot of speculation that Avengers Metal won't hit EPAC, which is why it's loaded. So who knows? Let's just enjoy it. Right. So pack 1. I'm going to carry on doing a little bit of commentary because this will be released as an audio episode as well. Okay. Whenever we do these lives. So pack 1, you got Onslaught base.
Onslaught.
Have you opened any of these before, Wesley, by the way?
I have not opened this a hobby box yet.
I love that Captain Marvel artwork. That's on the pack as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's some really great art selections in this set.
And I even like the background.
It's not original, is it? Oh, sorry.
It just the face looks so realistic.
Yeah, that's a beautiful Captain Marvel.
It's not original art though, is it? This set,
that's all library art.
So.
Yeah.
Hercules.
I wasn't sure what that was. I thought, who's that? Abomination. Right, there we go.
Yeah.
Right. So now we've got some of the shiny coming on. What's this? Oh, he's got a blue PMG. Is that a PMG?
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, straight away, first back.
Is that Hercules?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Nice.
So much to talk about right now.
That blue is really rich and vibrant, isn't it?
Wow.
Really nice.
That's the blues out of 50.
Wow.
Nice.
10 out of 50. Nice.
Yeah, those PMGs look really.
Yeah, on the bottom banner, you've got the PMG, the precious metal gems outlined in black now, so it doesn't fade into which was nice looking before, but you lost a little bit of that logo. Now it's sharp. They've cleaned it up a little bit.
Better now, isn't it? Yeah, it's much cleaner in the black, definitely.
I see. It's interesting that they've been refining this, and with this set, I'm just hearing that they've nailed it.
Yeah, there's a PMG that's notorious for being pink. The red PMGs of like 2017 or stuff like that.
X-Men Metal, the red PMGs, the pink, aren't they?
Well, X-Men Metal universe. I don't think any of the PMGs are the color they're purported to be.
Right,
greens are okay. The greens are nice on X-Men.
Oh
yeah.
Takes a lot to muck up a green though.
But there's definitely been a progression to get to this point where everything, the logos don't wash anymore, and so they're getting better and better.
I had heard that the couple responsible for the PMGs of old are now the lady from that couple is now on staff or retainer or consultancy with Upper Deck, which is why they've kind of managed to get to that point. I can't remember. I think it's Arena Design or something like that. Anyway. What you got there, Wesley? What's that, Captain America?
So this, it looks like this is the old metal. The
retros.
Yep.
Oh, nice. I was going to say it looked like an old, like a blaster from the original.
I love that they did that. That looks really
cool. They're good looking. I hit a Quicksilver, and they're good looking. They're clean, and it brings you back.
I think there's 50 of the retros, and they have PMGs attached to them as well.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So hang on a minute. Amanda's just put a comment in. Jean, she's a badass. Have we had a Jean Grey card? Did I miss it?
No, I think
she meant Jean, the
Jean, the lady from Arena. Yes. Okay, there we go. I couldn't remember her name. Thank you, Amanda. I'll stop talking at this point. There we go. Thank you, Amanda, for rescuing me.
You've got to wonder if Upper Deck were just like leaving all this right at the end of the table for Batman coming in DC. We get it right, then we're going to hit you with Batman.
Yeah. Listen, now, if Upper Deck do DC movie stuff, especially some of the retro stuff going back to 1989 Batman. I mean, I would love a PMG of Michael Keaton's 1989 Batman.
Yeah,
That would look pretty cool.
That would be cool.
Right, so Pack 2, base Radioactive Man, base Ms. Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
She's a bit derpy there. Base Kang the Conqueror. All right, come on, Wesley. What's the back base?
Oh,
he's got a comic cut.
Hold on.
This one felt a little
Nice.
thick.
Yeah,
Wow.
they're real thick with this set.
At 65. What issue is that?
Avengers Academy.
Yeah.
Number 7.
There we go.
Wow.
So I love this, Wesley. It's probably about 10 inches from your nose, and I managed to read it quicker than you, being 4,000 miles away. You should have gone to Specsavers.
I'm an amateur breaker. I'm not.
If I was Wesley now, I'd just like drop the box and it'd end up on eBay. Sorry, boys and girls. I'm joking.
Right, Spider-Woman, but that's nice. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Artwork.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, these things are clean. The border, the trim is nice. The layout of the card, sharp.
You said, Josh, that
US
the
agent.
quality control is really good as well, Josh. Yeah.
Yeah,
Better
yes,
than
sir. I've seen the best I've seen from the Metal series so far.
Star Brand, base.
Mhm.
Korvac.
Korvac.
Okay. Right.
Oh, my
hello.
gosh. There we go.
Mockingbird.
Nice.
Purple.
Is that a purple?
Is that 199? What are they out of the purple?
Yep.
Yeah.
Purple base.
199.
Mhm.
Nice.
You know what? I'm really
I
glad
like that
Black Cat wasn't in
Mockingbird
this set. I'm so glad Black Cat isn't in this set. I think I did one of those memes, like Mark's safe from Avengers Metal Universe. I think I did one of those. But that being said, I think I like the parallels on this more than I like the platinum ones, if that makes sense.
This feels
that
thick
Based
too.
on what I'm seeing so far.
Platinum put me off cards completely. I saw all the parallels. I just wasn't interested. I have a few cards, but I just was not interested. It was just too much.
Yeah, we were worried about
Me
that.
personally.
And it went nuts, didn't it? Tigra, Spectrum. What are we on? Pack 4 now, Wesley.
Pack 4.
You've had something decent in every pack.
Yep.
Iron
Quite
Fist.
cool, that Iron Fist. I like that Iron Fist. Ooh,
Beast.
that's
Oh, that's
Beast.
nice.
That beast is nice.
Yeah, Jason, you're becoming a Beast PC.
I mean, I've always liked the character. I collect him in throwbacks, but
Yeah.
So this is like a gold.
What's that? Citizen V? Who's Citizen V?
No.
Gold.
Zemo.
Yeah.
It's a gold. Yeah.
Not numbered, but nice.
The bronzes are numbered.
Mm-hmm.
And then
That's a subtle difference, isn't it, from the base? Who's that? Vision.
Yeah.
Here we go.
The bronzes are a little bit stronger, optically to tell.
Look at Wesley with his little stands. You say you're not a professional breaker, Wesley. Look at this.
Wesley Cam
You've
is
got a little
gold.
area. You've got stands. You've got Webby Cam.
trying
Good.
to be a little more prepared, I guess.
Right, here we go.
Ooh,
Who's that?
Meteorite.
meteorites.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
In the high series, she's Moonstone. She's had a couple different names.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hulk.
Oh, that's
I like
cool.
that art.
I love
That's
that.
nice.
I like that.
Is there a high series and a low series in this set?
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe so,
Yeah.
Blizzard.
Blizzard. That was my green PMG.
Ah, nice.
Mockingbird.
Mockingbird.
So
Nighthawk.
that's
That Blizzard.
Right. What's the
Here we go.
shiny in this one?
Ooh. Blast
Ooh,
Furnace.
what is that?
Blast Furnace.
Oh, Blast Furnace.
It's better this way, isn't it, than
very similar to
horizontal?
the, yeah, that's similar to the
Yeah.
Orange Rainbow Bridge kind of foiling.
Yeah, that's what they look like.
Mhm.
Beginnings.
Lenticular.
Blast
hollow.
Furnaces, they were brilliant in X-Men Metal, but I don't really like horizontal cards. Now it's vertical. It's just an all different inserts.
Yeah.
Fair play. Well done.
Oh, this is cool. Because you only picked this up yesterday, didn't you, Wesley? This box.
I did, and
you managed to find one local.
I didn't want to. Yeah, I didn't want to say that because that guy has been going around getting stuff.
Well, I didn't say where you live. I didn't say where you live. Yeah. So basically, what's the story here for those who don't know? There's someone who's buying up cards in the place you normally go to buy up your cards.
Right. The last time
there's an interloper on your patch.
Yeah, he got there 10 minutes before I did last when the day these came out, and then every place else was sold out. But it just so happened that this place got their cards late, so they just got them 2 days ago. So I was lucky. I made a phone call yesterday and found it. Yeah.
Yes, he shoots, he scores. It's kind of like a cat coming in and eating another cat's food. It's just not, is it? It's really not.
Cat.
No. Right. Who we got here then? Quicksilver.
Quicksilver.
I can't even read that. Speed. Base.
Elixir, is it?
Speed. And then
Norman Osborn.
Norman Osborn. Thanos.
Thanos.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a nice Thanos card.
That's a nice Thanos card.
Ronan.
So that's your high series. Usually it's the last last card. Yeah.
Is it like 1 to 100 low and 101 to 200 like the last couple of times?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Oh, hello.
Ooh.
That's a nice Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
So the new Grandiose are fantastic.
Yeah, this must
that's
be
a Grandiose. Wow.
They've switched up the pattern. It hasn't changed altogether, but it's a different style of holographic. It has a lot of action on it, and I would strongly recommend snagging your character in this parallel because it's not expensive and they look fantastic.
They do look nice. Yeah.
And I think that's Alex Ross art on that Doctor Strange.
Yeah,
and
it looks like it
pairs really well with that Grandiose design.
Yeah,
that looks really cool.
I'll tell you what. That's the one insert I really did like from Spider-Man Metal Universe was the Grandiose.
Yeah, they were great.
Yeah, I mean, that was the last set build I attempted actually before I decided to stop trying that thing. I had a Grandiose Spider-Man and a Grandiose Spider-Woman. I know there were quite a few Spider-Man cards in that set in the end, but the one that everyone was going for. So I kept it because it just looked really nice. Right. I didn't care it wasn't numbered. It was just a really nice card.
Yeah.
Right. Pack. Who knows?
That's when you've made a great insert. Whether it's tiered up, numbered, serialed. There's different levels to it, and even if it's not your character, if you just look at the card and you're just wow, you've done from there.
Yeah. So Iron Man base. I'm not sure about that Iron Man artwork.
Stinger.
Is that like Wasp, maybe?
Stinger. I barely even know her.
Ooh, gold.
Wesley. Wesley, have you got your dad jokes book next to you there? You showed me earlier on. Oh, Wesley just appeared on the screen in the top corner. How did that? Did you do that, Wesley?
Yeah, I just got a little button.
Stay there. We like seeing it. Oh,
I was hoping maybe if I got something good, I'd get a
Thor.
Okay,
that's
so this
nice.
is a gold Thor.
Yeah.
Actually, turn yourself off, Wesley, because we're missing half the card. Thank you.
What do we think?
Nice
what do we think to them doing like the metal border? Like the vertical and that metal border instead of just more of the comic space from in the other sets? Because that was it in the other metal sets, was it?
Yes, that's right. Yeah,
I see the
I kind of. Yeah, I kind of like it, but I'm just not used to it yet. I'm not against it. I haven't looked and thought, oh, I really don't like that. I'm just like, my brain's getting used to the change. I think it's all right.
Yeah, I'm with you. I 50-50 because I like the extra real estate for the card and the art, but these come off nice. They're clean looking.
You don't look, do you, and think, oh, that's shocking. You don't think, oh, my, what have I done here?
It doesn't dominate the background of the card and take it away altogether.
Subtle, isn't it?
Right. Yeah.
That must be low series Thor.
Yeah, that's an awesome Thor card.
Wow. Can you tell from the front of the card what's the low series and the high series?
I'm just guessing it was whatever the other one wasn't, based on the fact that we just had a Thor.
Well,
It
on
used
the
to
other
be-
Marvel metals, you used to have the triangles coming up,
Correct.
didn't you? And then the
Right,
mighty was with
the old
black.
metal logo that took across
Yeah.
in large print. Now there's no more distinguished
No.
logo on the
No.
between the high and the low series.
Crystal
Nice.
Blade. That's a cool
Cool
blade.
Wow.
Got
Yeah,
a little.
Shout out to Leo there, Blade. Free comics.
Whose head is he
my
holding
son.
there?
That's
That's
Doctor
a-
Doom.
Or a Doom bot.
Is
maybe.
that Doom
Oh.
bot?
Doom
Okay,
bot.
because I thought
Yeah.
that was Doom's head, and I was like, I don't know if it would shake that way.
Interesting.
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi.
Taskmaster.
Mhm.
Nice. All right, what's your shiny one for this pack?
Ooh.
Oh,
Nice.
Miles
That's
Morales.
a good one.
Is that
There we
purple?
go.
That's cool.
that is
Yeah.
the one to hit in a purple.
That
That's
looks
beautiful.
nice.
29 out of 90, 199.
Nice.
That's
Nice.
beautiful. Awesome.
Just leave it up,
Isn't
big boy.
Isn't this a card?
These are not getting to E-Pack, are they? I'm not having that these boxes go on E-Pack. It's impossible.
And, obviously we don't know for sure, but that seems to be the
Chances
prevailing
are.
opinion. Yeah.
Right. I'm with you there. It's just I've seen 2 open physical and
Oh.
both.
Didn't see that. Didn't happen.
It's all right. Miles
Oops.
Morales just swinging across the screen there.
Not a pro.
Yeah, that's a beautiful purple there. That's a nice hit.
4 packs left.
You've got. It feels like you've been opening forever. I mean, how many packs are there in there? It's quite a few. You're getting your money's worth.
Yeah. They're up
What do we get?
16 maybe.
12. It says 12.
Usually,
Oh,
isn't it?
okay.
Yeah.
How much is it a box for this? At the moment, should we say?
Yeah, right. 300
I think you wouldn't get much change out of 400, would you? I don't think.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think
Again,
I've seen
while I'm promoting Topps products, we wouldn't have this on the Topps website because we'd have an actual retail price. I'm going to get a Topps T-shirt and just promote Topps all.
I think so. Are you a bit of a? Are you a bit? Could you say that you're maybe a bit of a Topps fanatic?
Oh, well done, well done.
Thank you very much.
Thank
you very much.
That's the best you come up with in 6 months, Ian. Come on, you can do better. You're my
No,
hero,
I
man.
really
You're
can't. I really
Ian
can't,
Taylor.
Jake. That's why we've only got 749 followers. I really can't do any better than that. That's it. That's all you. Oh wow! Look at that. 2 Modocs.
Yep.
What's the difference?
One's face is squinchier.
Is that one high and one low?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead and flip the numbers. One will be plus.
170 and
70, I bet.
70. Yeah.
Okay.
And then
What was your shiny for the pack? Oh, hello.
stature.
Grandiose.
Yeah.
Stature.
Yeah, that patterning.
That is beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an
Of course,
awesome
if that
parallel.
patterning was on a platinum card, it would be blue tracks. Because it literally is a track when you look at it. Right, pack 9 is this? 10? 10. 10. Must be 10.
Yes. 10.
Of 12.
There's
Okay.
2 more.
And then Jason, it's your turn.
Okay. Yeah, I got to figure out how to join with my phone, but
Oh, okay. You've only had 20 minutes to work.
Yeah, right.
no, I don't know. I was hoping to get on early, but yeah, do I just click the link and join in?
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
You need to make sure you mute one or the other,
Gotcha.
so that you're not carrying
Nice Moon Knight there.
sound.
Yeah.
Moon Knight.
So that's like the moon. I'm a little particular on my Moon Knight.
Yeah.
I like it. The detail, don't give me hyper detail on the face. It's not supposed to have that. Just the scowl, the minor features. That kind of hits the nail. I
Wesley's
think.
teasing us here.
Yeah, see something there.
Oh yeah.
Wesley's
Also,
teasing.
does this say who the art is? Is there any way to find out who did?
Google image search.
Google Lens, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Falcon?
no, they haven't put the artwork on the back. Falcon. Falcon cards are always such a disappointment. I'm sorry. They really are. Who's
Oh,
that?
Grim Reaper has is that Doctor Strange there in
the shield.
Nice.
What's this red here
Nice
now?
choice.
Did I see red?
Lionheart.
I think you might have done. All
Did I
right,
see red?
here we go. Oh, hello. Hello, soldier.
Batman.
It's
Patriot.
Patriot. Red PMG. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a nice PMG though, isn't it? Because the
Mhm.
quality is still really nice, isn't
It
it?
is a really nice
Yeah.
PMG. I'm not
Yeah.
going to lie. It's a shit character, but it's a nice PMG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can look at this and you can see the progression that
Yeah,
the
look at that.
PMGs have had all the way to
Out of
this
100.
here. Sharp. Look at the all four
is
corners.
nice.
That's a
Yeah, it's
It's the best upper deck set I've seen for a while. I don't usually like, I'm not really into everything that's brand new. I don't go. I mean, for me, I was gutted about Flare Ultra Wolverine because I would have liked it to have been like this. I'd have preferred Wolverine metal set with X23 in it. I'd have been all over it. But this, I actually do like it. They haven't dropped the ball that much from what I can see.
Yeah, agreed.
Did you end up getting any Flare Ultra Wolverine, Jake?
Pardon?
Did you end up getting any Flare Ultra Wolverine?
Only bits, yeah, just a few bits. Nathan sent me quite a few cards. I keep looking at the X Centuries, and there's a lot of light, but there's so many X23s, and it's kind of a bit
There are a ridiculous
overwhelming.
volume. Yeah.
There's that many in it. I don't even know. So as a consequence, I've not really gone for much because there's too much to go for.
That's a
if
nice
that
Captain
makes sense.
America.
It is.
Starbrand.
Okay, what's your shiny in this one?
War Machine.
War Machine. Is that another purple?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
That's a good one.
We'll have a conversation about that card, Wes.
All right.
And you could say it nice and make
So
sure
purples are at 199. So let me get it straight. You've had two purples
Had
at
three
199,
in two of the best characters to hit the purple.
and you've
lane.
had a blue PMG, a red PMG, a comic cut.
Mhm.
You're doing
Sorry.
okay, and you got one pack to go. So
I got
last
one
pack
pack to
magic.
go.
Right, come on, everyone, send some vibes.
Last pack magic.
I've got to say, War Machine is my favorite character that I don't collect, and I don't know why.
Really?
I've no
Okay.
idea why. Because every time I see War Machine and Hulk, the choices are so good, and for some reason I don't collect either. I don't know why.
I try to on the low PC War Machine because you can get great cards for such a good price. It's just
I've got something you might like, Josh.
sir.
Oh dear.
Red
Ian,
Skull.
stop it! Why do you turn it into smut, Ian? Ian had to turn it into smut. I've got a card, Josh. If you've not got it, you can have it. I'll send it to you.
Oh man.
High Series Hulk. Yeah.
That's cool.
And is this?
Oh,
Human Torch.
Human
Torch.
Is this orange is 25?
Wow.
Wow.
25. Nice.
Yeah, the oranges are 25.
Oh my word!
And I think this is a high series too, right?
Yeah.
Crazy.
I mean,
Well, I think you've done all right there, Wesley.
I do see.
yeah, it's
That's how a box
Yeah.
opening should be. This shows you now how every other set should be. You pay
Absolutely right,
even
Jake.
if it's $300 to $500. That's my wife works for a week for that sort of money to bet. Her week's wages would pay for that box. She doesn't, and she works, 36, 37 hours a week. And this is what you should be expecting because it's a shame it's come so late, but at least it has arrived, hasn't it? It's what it should be.
100%.
I'll show the yeah.
Yeah, because how many we had? We had X-Men Metal Universe, then we had Spider-Man Metal Universe.
Yeah.
Have we missed one, or is this the third one?
This is the third one, but that's
Third
X-Men
one. The third and final. Right. Okay.
I seem to remember you could pre-order X-Men Metal Universe around $100. I might be wrong there. And I think it was only about 200 when it came out. Was it 250 or
two and change? You're right. It was right around there.
That isn't too unreasonable, is it? You can look at that and think, all right, I can only afford one maybe 3 times a year. You know, as a normal, natural, particularly sane person, you'd think, well, I can afford to buy one of them. I might treat myself 4 times a year, you know, which is a decent price, isn't it?
Don't think that's
Jason,
Jake, you're spot on.
Any of us are.
You're spot on with what you said about this. This is the box experience like that you're looking for. You know, when you go through the Avengers Metal, like the amount of hits from what I've seen, you're gonna get one in something you really like, and there's gonna be some great parallels in there. And so at this level where it's at here, I don't know how the economics shake out, but at this level, we'd be really happy.
Yeah, I think that's.
Oh, well done, Wes.
Pretty
good box.
Absolutely.
I feel like clapping my hands. I feel like giving a round of applause.
I think so. I think a little round of applause for that one.
It was that good.
Sir.
There we go. Right. Thanks, now, Jason, you've only got that to follow.
Yeah. These blasters aren't going to be great.
Well, I don't know about that. There we go. So now Jason just managed to sneak a card out of his blasters without opening.
Throwing that on.
Jason, did you participate in a couple of breaks?
I participated in 5 character breaks, so that's the best I've got is a green Stingray PMG.
That's
not bad, is it? It's a nice green.
And then I really like the pink.
Yeah. Pink FX?
Pink FX, yeah. And then bronze looks pretty good too.
What's the bronze number 2? Is it 50 or 100?
150.
150. So achievable, not too expensive.
Right.
Good looking parallel. That'll be a good one for.
And Serpent Society is the other one that I'm doing Stingray and Serpent Society. And so I've got, this is all the base I have for
oh my word,
low series Serpent Society, 22 base.
You've got loads.
Yeah.
Hang on, why are you getting multiples of this? Is it the same card?
Yeah, it's when you do a character break, you get everything.
Oh, okay.
So.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Wow, you really have been going at it hard.
Yeah. All right.
Right, so 2 blasters. Where do you pick these up, Wesley? Not Wesley, Jason.
Barnes and Noble. Barnes and Noble.
I mean, I'll call you Wesley if you want me to, but
how much?
The blasters.
How much are the blasters, Jason?
$29.99.
Not bad.
After tax, it was like $32. And
which is affordable, you know, even for like a teenager or somebody coming back from work, just going in the store and saying, "Oh, I'm going to pick a box up," you know.
Yeah, so, see what the set's like.
Six
we forget that there's so many crazy like influencer type stuff and sales posts and this, that, the other. It just gets, you know, it gets ridiculous sometimes. You know, it's just nice to see that. Yeah, I can just get $30 and have a bit of fun here, like Pokemon packs, you know.
Right.
Nice, simple, easy.
Yeah, so 6 cards per pack, 6 packs per box. They've got the Copper FX blaster exclusive.
Oh, that's right.
So you got 6 packs in the blaster. That's not bad value. I mean, I know you haven't got possibly the full range of hits, but
no,
still.
I don't think you get too many serial numbers. And then this is
that's decent.
The copper's a nice looking parallel.
So I had issues with trying to get my phone to get into StreamYard, so I had to basically relocate my webcam. So
gotcha. Okay.
If I need to reposition, the packs look nice. We've got Captain.
Yeah. So that's different. So yeah, Captain Marvel on the hobby box packs.
Different pack art.
Yeah, I like this Black Panther on the box.
Yeah.
Right.
I bet the pack flippers hate that change in pack art. You know, people who do buy lots of stuff and then open all the boxes and flip the packs because it's like, oh, I can't sell this booster pack as a hobby pack. I like that Upper Deck. Fair play.
I didn't think
booster
about that.
Pack. Yeah.
Not that I've ever done anything like that remotely. No, I think it's good though that people know the difference. They don't think they're buying the pack out of a hobby box. I really do.
Yeah, especially when you buy loose packs in a store or something. What's going on here, Jason? You having trouble getting into this one?
Yeah. I think I'm nervous because this is the first time I've done a live break like this. So.
This is cool.
You're good, brother.
It's all right. No one's watching.
You'll be fine.
Thanos.
Iron Lad.
It won't be as embarrassing as when I'm drunk on the stream. That's really embarrassing. So don't worry about it, Jason.
Aren't we going to do a drunk stream sometime, Ian?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I'm up for that. Yeah.
To be fair, I mean, we've certainly had podcasts where I've been on the source. You want to put it a bit closer to the camera?
There we go.
A bit higher. There we go. We can see what card is there. Scarlet Witch. Nice.
That's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a nice Scarlet Witch.
You might have grandiose there.
Oh, there we go.
Well, there we go.
Beautiful.
Hey.
I like that. I agree with Jake. I like the War Machine cards. They're
Yeah.
I did like that Scarlet Witch.
Stop it, Free. Stop it now.
So here's our copper.
Okay.
So,
yeah, the copper.
Free Comics. Is that Leo? Is that Leo in the house?
Leo. It certainly is.
Leo's the dude.
Leo's my man.
Pack 2. Is he kind of your hobby husband at this point, Jake? Or is that
he's my hobby son. Leo's actually going to be the social media guy for Comic Books for Kids UK.
Oh, nice.
The website's almost finalised, really.
Ooh,
I just need to do a little bit more over this week. But Leo will be doing the Instagram and the Facebook.
Nice.
I want to still keep it global. So even though the charity, I'm sorry I've turned this into Comic Books for Kids. But
no, you carry on.
But it's the UK division is just going to be run by me, so I'll control and handle all that. But still want to be in touch, so we're just a global entity.
And that was the charity that you did for MentalCon this year, yeah?
It was, yeah.
Ooh. Right. Oh, is that one of the copper?
That's another copper. Yep. These are really nice.
Yeah, that is nice.
Sunday.
I hope I pull one of my characters in copper. That'd be awesome. Or Grandiose.
Sunday Marvel Card Gang, we've been called. I quite like that. Sunday Marvel Card Gang. It's a little bit clunky, but I kind of like it as a branding.
What's the back there, Free? What did I see then?
Ooh.
Wasp.
And Leo has spotted that Doom on the back of that card then.
Yeah.
You know what he's like. Isn't it?
He's like a bloodhound for it.
What happened now? Look at this card now. What happened to no cleavage in this, that, the other?
Don't even get me wrong. There was one in Wesley's pack that almost had my eye out.
Yeah, saw it, yeah.
I don't know. I can't remember the character now.
I was semi-excited, shall we say.
Oh, Jay.
How do we like the So there's Doom.
Nothing wrong with what I said. I'm not keen on that artwork, though, I must admit. It's not the best Doom. If you're going to pick a Doom.
Yeah.
So how do we... anyway, Doom is only on the high series, and I think the low series is Miss Marvel, so they're only one card each in the base.
Really?
Is it?
Strange.
Well, that's nuts.
Nighthawk. Copper.
I like that.
That copper looks really nice.
Yeah,
it's cool.
I like it.
Oh,
and if you twist it in the right light, you can sell it as a red PMG on eBay.
I guess so. Yeah. I wondered where you were going there, Jake. Thank you for adding the.
Somebody will. Somebody will.
I can feel. I have to say, I'm liking some of the art I'm seeing on this set. I can feel a mini rainbow coming on.
Is that because of that card that you saw earlier?
Possibly. Possibly. You might think that. I couldn't possibly comment. I might go after War Machine just to vex.
War Machine Rainbow.
Wonder Man.
Wonder Man. How you doing?
How you doing?
Yeah. Black Panther. There we go.
Panther.
Good looking Panther.
Oh, that's a gold Hulk.
Is that gold?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is it?
Yeah, it's really hard to tell with the gold.
Okay.
It says gold on the back, so it must be true.
Yeah, it's just a sheen that at the right light. It's not too much of a difference.
At least it tells you on the back whether it's gold.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
thank God. Thank God.
I've got a Dakin Rainbow from X-Men Metal, and besides the green, they all look the same colour. Really, I had to leave the ComC labels in the
Yeah.
You can tell the red PMG and but it's so much hard work to like decipher what's what.
So,
Which is for sale on eBay if anyone wants to buy it. It's not really, I'm joking.
so it
He
looks
just
like
hasn't got around to listing it yet.
it looks like it's 1 copper per pack, which is nice.
Yeah, you're doing all right in the coppers. I haven't seen anyone going after a copper set yet. I'm sure someone will.
Well, I think Blasters just dropped Wednesday.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So give it time. Hulkling.
Goodness me, he's buff.
I already got this one, but here's one of my guys.
Stingray, okay.
Tiger Shark.
Shark.
He's buddies with your friend Namor. Yeah.
Getting Neymar.
Tiger Shark. Let's see. Is that Taskmaster?
That's
copper?
Taskmaster Copper.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's
it kind of PMG-ish looking, but yeah, that's good. All right, one more pack for this blaster. I think that actually bronze may be available in the blasters, but
Oh, really? Okay.
But you can get some of the case hits, like the metallics or some of the other stuff, but it's just rarer.
Wasn't there a blaster set that had jambalayas in them?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
There's a Kree.
Have you guys seen the Titania card yet?
Oh, the one that which one? The one where she's lifting the weights?
I think it might just be the base one. Just you're talking about the.
Oh, nice.
Let's wait till we see.
Oh, nice Spidey.
That is nice.
Always happy to hit a Spidey. What's with this hairdo?
That's weird.
Beehive.
That is weird. There are
late night.
That's the thing with these
Friday
metal
night
sets.
costume.
With these metal sets, there is always. I know we've been quite complimentary about the artwork. Oh, hello.
What is this?
That's what I was.
Is it soft porn pack or what? That's a Playboy pack.
Hello.
Presented to you in boob vision.
Yeah. Titania.
Yes. Panoramic, widescreen.
There's always at least one card, and I'm thinking of the Nick Fury High Series and the Aunt May Bond card from Spider-Man Metal Universe.
Oh, yeah.
There's always something that just doesn't work. Yeah. You remember on the Spider-Man Metal Universe, I think it was the Low Series Black Widow had those grabby hands in the frame. And again, they've muffed up the selection of Black Widow artwork on this card. That's just really weird. Of all the Black Widow images you could have chosen.
Right.
Yeah, thanks for giving me PTSD about my green PMG Nick Fury.
Oh, sorry, Josh. I just wanted to. But he does look hammered. Let's face it.
Oh God, he's just bombed.
It looks like Jake on one of his Oasis concerts that he used to go to. There's a photo of like Liam and Noel Gallagher, and in the corner there's Jake going.
In the corner.
There probably are photos like that in existence, aren't there, Jake?
There are certain photos like that in existence. Yeah, every now and again somebody sends me one from like 1989, and like I don't know, one eye's like buying the burger, and the other eye's like going for the change. It's like what's going on?
Oh my goodness me!
I had a misspent youth, Ian.
I think we all had a little bit of that action.
All right, so we want to
1989.
These blasters, the coppers are nice, but they're not as exciting as a hobby box.
Well, you're doing all right so far. Keep going. Keep pushing through.
But if you want to, build a set, this is an affordable way to do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you can buy a kid a Christmas present. Yeah, I'm gonna promote now. I'm gonna pump Christmas and Topps cards because that's what I'm all gonna be about now. But no, seriously, like. You can just pick up a box for a niece or a nephew, whatever. I'm really big on like $30 boxes and just let them have some fun with it.
Yeah.
I like the art on this one.
I remember opening Fleer Ultra Avengers with my daughter, like some blasters, and she just loved it. She didn't have a clue what was going on. She just loved it.
Right. That's if we didn't have some of the, base universe, 94 universe and Impel and all that stuff that came out that wasn't crazy, we wouldn't be here. So
what
she snaffled all the female character medallions.
What do we think? What do we think about this Ultron?
Pass is probably one word answer.
Right.
That could be one of the contenders for.
Is this the new Nick Fury?
Yeah, it's bad.
It's bad.
Here we go.
Hey Bishop, nice copper. That'd be a nice one to rainbow. I like that artwork.
Yeah. I'll put it in the Ian pile.
Another good thing is you can throw the kids with a blaster box in the corner or whatever they want to do it. You won't be like hung over them all precious like I do with Pokemon cards with Harrison. Just rip them open and do whatever. Whereas a $400 hobby box is like, whoa, wait a minute, child.
Right.
Yeah, we'll let you open the pack, but you're not going to go through the cards, and which you just too expensive.
Yeah, you got to get them something that they can open up, lay on the table, get messed up, no problem.
Yeah. Of course.
Oh, that cap's cool.
That is a nice cap. Who's that? Oh, Onslaught.
Onslaught. This was used on Platinum, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure I've seen that.
Oh, here we go. A gold Blue Marvel.
Blue Marvel. Who is Blue Marvel? Anyone?
It's been a few different people over time. Yeah, there's been a couple Blue Marvels. It's like the Force changes hands.
But I've never heard of
the mantle.
I literally never heard of Blue Marvel. What's that? Loki. Nice.
Yeah, Loki.
Is that a copper?
That's a copper.
Nice.
You're building up a nice little pile of coppers here.
I know.
It does say that you can get a platinum portraits in the blasters.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But it's like one in like 12,000 or something.
6,000.
Yeah, you got to be in it to win it, though, Jason. Come on, that sort of attitude, get you nowhere. Optimism.
Same odds as E-Pack. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, exactly. Right, what we got? We're getting through this. That is nice artwork, that Captain Marvel. Nice Spider-Woman.
I like the US Agent art on this.
Yeah, that one's nice.
Dread Knight. Ooh, here's a Blade.
Which
I think this was used on Annual.
Yeah, that's nicer artwork than the other one. I'm not sure about the Doom bot head.
Yeah.
Thing
This
going on
one's
with the other
been
one.
used recently, but it's still good. It's still good art.
Right, 3 to go. And then we'll probably beat a path to the horizon, kids.
My arm's falling asleep.
So. Fair enough. Right, what we got here? We got Starbrand.
Yeah. Korvac.
Mm-hmm.
Moonstone,
that's the one. That's the one.
That's the rainbow for Ian. Moonstone, isn't it?
Okay.
Hulk.
Oh no, I guess that's Meteorite. Her other card's Moonstone. But
okay.
Super Adaptoid. And here's a little bit better Ultron.
Yeah, that first Ultron was a bit ropey though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, TC Wallet's comment there. I've only seen one portrait in 5 case breaks. And they're not numbered, so we'd never. It's only a guess as to what they are. Anyway,
you've had time in your days to watch 5 case breaks. Wow.
Multitasking.
I don't know how you do it. Genuinely, I don't know how you do it. I couldn't pay attention.
Taskmaster.
Hercules.
You don't have to. You wait for the shout, don't you? I've done it, and I'm just like doing whatever.
Oh, what's that?
This is the one, Firestar. This is the one you want.
There's been some nice Firestar artwork. Wow, look at that. That's beautiful.
I've got a Firestar Lego figure that's cool.
Here's a Copper Kang.
Copper Kang. Oh, Grandiose, Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider.
Wow. Look at that.
That's one of the newer. That's Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think Robbie Reyes is the one that's featured because I think he's the only Ghost Rider that, and this is what I heard, was actually on the Avengers.
Oh, okay.
So
last pack.
On the back of the card, does it tell you where that image is from? Because I see like well, check out your.
It's not accurate. So, like, for instance, this Serpent Society of them at the boardroom. On the back, it has a date of Captain America 310 October 1985.
Well, at least it tells you the issue.
And so that was basically, I think, their first formation. But this art is from a Sam Wilson Captain America. That's not 1985 art.
Oh wow, okay.
So it's a little misleading. Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
hate it. I hate it when they do that, especially on comic cuts. You know, you look at a comic cut and it'll say, I don't know, 1973, Tomb of Dracula played. And it's like, it's further down, it's like 1980 or something, you know what I mean? It's just like...
But it's when that volume started or whatever it is, yeah?
Yeah, it's just completely misleading. I think they do it on purpose, so you pick it up. I've started seeing that on eBay as well recently, people trying to sell and stuff, and they're doing the same thing, you know, just...
So last pack, who's that? Dark
Hawk. He's gotten some good images on this set.
Nice. Those coppers are nice.
So the date on the back is like the first appearance of that character?
I'm not sure if it's the first appearance or just like
when the series starts.
That lineup.
Moment. So like this is the Low Series Serpent, and they've got Avengers 55, 2022. So it's just we may need to talk to Upper Deck and ask about the dates, because I think it's like on Stingray 1985, his first appearance was in the 60s.
So maybe just whatever that date and has to do with what's underneath of it and what is said.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, more aligned to what the text is saying, I guess.
Yeah.
Because they'll just pick an issue and give you a little bit of a story, kind of pressy, won't they?
Right.
Yeah,
All right. I'm going to move my camera back over.
All right, no worries. Well, okay. So we've covered Upper Deck license. I'm not gonna refer to it as losing the license, because let's face it, they've had a pretty winning time of it. Regardless of some of the hits and misses. So the license is moving on.
Changing of the guard.
Yeah, changing the guard to Topps Fanatics. So Fanatics own Topps, isn't it? That's right. There we go. And we've talked about that loads, and we've opened some Avengers metal. So we've done exactly what we said we would do on our first Sunday Live.
Yes.
Are you not entertained? Yeah. Are you not entertained, quite frankly? What more could you want?
I didn't swear.
You haven't sworn. I've come close to it.
And they said, well, no,
yeah,
I didn't swear.
Yeah, I've gone close to it. Jake, as you'll hear, we will release this as an audio version. So who should we have introducing said audio version?
I would like to have my own little personal hero and friend, Mr. Muncho.
Mr. Muncho. He's only just done last week's, but I'm sure we can manage him to do 2 weeks in a row. Let's do Muncho 2 weeks in a row. He would love that.
He would love that. He deserves that.
It'll make his cheeky little East Coast face light up. So yes,
of course.
We love Michael Muncho. He's a really, really lovely man. As are you all. Thank you, Wesley, for saving that box for us. Thank you, Jason, for going out and getting those. Thank you, Jake, for jumping on. Thank you, Josh, just for being just gorgeous human being.
Sure.
And thank you, everyone, for watching. Jake, as you're here, I'm going to ask you to. I guess I better get ready to actually push buttons and shit like that. But Jake, as you're here, do you want to sign us off this week with our customary sign off?
Enjoy collecting.
You're a beautiful, beautiful Englishman.